Alright guys, you're not going to learn anything from this video. This isn't educational or anything. This is just a really crazy experience I'm having trying to order one specific thing on eBay. So there's a little bit of a backstory. Um, I had an international sale on an international site that they wanted to return because it didn't fit. I don't typically take international returns, but I was feeling nice, so I'm like, okay, yeah, send it back. She opened a return and sent it back. And of course, when you sell, not just internationally from the US site, but you actually sell on the international sites, all the communication comes in their language. So I got the gist of it. I got the email and I could tell that yes, it was an approved return, blah, blah, blah. So I got it back and went to refund her, and it was requiring that I refunded the initial shipping. And so I was confused because I'm like, well, it was a not fit issue, whatever. So I contacted eBay and they said, well, she opened the return as a um, wrong size or defective or something, which I couldn't tell because it was in another language. So there was no way for me to unclick the option that I had to refund the shipping. But luckily, they didn't charge me the return shipping, so I'm not really sure how that worked. But anyway, eBay said, well, just refund her the shipping and we'll send you a coupon, $20 to use on whatever you want. So, fine. I think it cost me like $22 was the actual shipping once I converted it to US dollars, but I took the $20 coupon and I was like, okay, I'm going to buy something, not work related. My 7-year-old's birthday's coming up. Now, if you have children in school, you know how the fundraiser deal goes. She brought home her fundraiser last month, and one of the prizes that you could win was this big art set. One of those big wooden boxes with all the crayons, markers, paints, oil pastels, whatever in it. It was probably a relatively cheap one, and you had to sell like 150 items or something. So, if I bought $1,500 worth of stuff, at a bare minimum, she might have gotten this prize. But she really wanted it, and she knew she wasn't going to get it from that. So she asked for one for her birthday. So that is where my story began. I decided to use my $20 coupon and see if I could find one that was halfway decent that I could buy for the whole value of the coupon.
All right, guys, this is totally take 3. I really hope this works this time because I've had such trouble getting these videos to record. So anyway, this is the item in question, and yes, I do have it now. I started this video like a week and a half ago. But anyway, here is my horror story. Let's start back on September 21st. It is now October 19th, so almost a month later. I purchased this deluxe 142-piece wood art set from Joy to and Care, to Care. I don't know what that's supposed to be. Anyway, I got a message almost immediately saying, hey, it'll be shipping soon. I hope you love it, blah, blah, blah. And then within a day, I got this message. Thank you for your purchase. As we are preparing our stock to be shipped out to you, we discovered that there are some defects in the stock. As this is the last set in our inventory, we are not able to ship this item out to you. We try to source from different supplier, but unfortunately we are not able to get a similar replacement. Therefore, we have no choice but to cancel the transaction and refund you in full. We are deeply sorry for the inconvenience this has caused. Thank you for understanding. So anyway, fine, defective, whatever. I was shocked anyway because it was $13.85 with free shipping, which this is a pretty heavy, large set. And I'm not sure if this one, I think this one said it was coming from the US, but sometimes that's not accurate. So when she canceled, I was like, well, she canceled because it's obviously priced too low. So then, as soon as I got the cancellation, I went and looked at her store, and lo and behold, here we have the exact same item, the exact same seller, $32.27. 2.5 times the amount of money that she charged me for it. And she didn't even wait. As soon as she told me it was defective, last one in her stock, she immediately raised the price. So I was a little peeved, and I admit I left negative feedback. I don't leave negative feedback, people. I really don't. I think it had been 3 years before I'd left anybody even a neutral feedback, because I'm normally pretty understanding, but not when you outright lie to me. I'm just saying, outright lie, you're going to get negative. So then we move on to seller number 2. This time I spent $22.05. A little better. Also a US seller. So I just assumed, by now I'm guessing that it's like a drop ship product or something. They all have the same information in their listing. I'm guessing it's copied from a drop ship site. Anyway, this one, the order went through just fine, and within a day I get this message. Dear buyer, please accept our deeply apology as we are not able to locate your order in our warehouse. Unfortunately, things got mixed up in the warehouse. We were searching a number of times, but we still don't find it. As a result, we would issue you a full refund upon your order, and we will contact you as soon as we find it. Thank you for understanding, Bob. So, Bob, I went in and looked at his account at the item, and he relisted it without raising the price. Now, when I first looked, it was still the $22.05, but since then it has gone down now to $21.83. So I was almost tempted after I saw he relisted it at the exact same price to immediately repurchase it from him and see what happens. But again, it's a matter of lying about we don't have it. And then this particular seller, when he did the cancellation, he did it with the reason being that it was the buyer. There was a problem with the buyer's address. So he blamed the cancellation on me, even though he sent me an email and said, we don't have it. So that ticked me off a little too. And of course, when you do that, the seller is not able to leave you feedback if you cancel for something that they did. So I reported that to eBay, and they said that they would make note of it, but they wouldn't be able to reverse the feedback issue. But a few days later, I looked and it showed in my items that I needed to leave feedback for. So I left him negative too, just for lying about how he canceled it. But anyway, so there's that one. And then we go on to number 3. Now, when I went for the second time, this was the cheapest item. When I went back the third time to try again, there was this one, $14.11. Also said it was a US seller. I figured I'd take a chance and see what happens. And this one lasted several days. You'll see I went from September 21st to 22nd. This order was placed on the 24th. It was about the 26th when I received notification saying that the seller has shipped your item, but no tracking. So I waited and waited and waited. It said it was estimated delivery on October 2nd. So about October 1st or 2nd, I sent him a message directly and said, hey, do you have tracking for this? No response, no response, no response. So then October 6th, I created a case saying I had not received the item. No response, no response, no response. So I had to wait until eBay closed the case and gave me my refund on October 12th. Now this guy, we're just going to go look at this guy's feedback because I've never seen anybody with negative feedback before. It's crazy, 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 crazy. He had a bunch of positive, not a bunch, 47 positive. So he was actively shipping and doing stuff previously, but all within the last month, he's gotten these 51 negatives, all in the last month. Even 12 of the positives were in the last month. Never received, seller never shipped the product, doesn't answer messages, don't recommend, worst eBay seller on eBay. Buyer, be very aware you do not get your item. 0, never shipped, bad news. I contacted the seller twice and have not received a response. Never received item tracking number or response from the seller. Seller never shipped item to me. No help from seller. Have not received my item or a reply to my email. I contacted the seller, no response. Stay away, irresponsible. Seller never shipped item, never responded to emails. Blah, 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 blah. It goes on and on and on. But apparently within the last month, he was actively sending stuff out. So I have no idea. Maybe he ended up in a car crash or something and is in a coma somewhere. And then I'd feel really bad for him. But something happened between these 47 orders and these 51 orders where he just all of a sudden said no more. But anyway, I had to wait on that refund. I went and ordered again, the most expensive one this time, but this time I actually received the item. And I still have another week and a half before my daughter's birthday, and she's gonna love it. And I'll go get her some nice sketch pads and stuff to go along with it, along with some LOLs, because she does need some LOLs. She doesn't have nearly enough of those yet, apparently, I've been told. But yeah, that's my horror on eBay story, and it just makes me wonder if this isn't why my sales have been so slow lately, because everybody else is having these horror stories with their shipments on eBay. So yeah, let me know below if you have any similar experiences. I cannot believe it took me 4 tries to get this item, and I am guessing it's probably all through a drop ship supplier, and at least 2 of them probably had issues with the drop shipping service. But I think drop shipping should be fully disclosed on here. I should have the option to say whether I want something that I know the person has physically on hand in their warehouse, or something that somebody is not even doing anything for and just drop shipping and making money. I should be able to choose for myself. But anyway, as long as I got the item, I'm happy now. So thanks to Viper Dragon. I appreciate their service. Glad I have it on hand now. And thank you all for watching. Have a great day.